Welcome to the 22 Lions Podcast, your daily blueprint for writing, publishing, and profiting from books. Today we dive into Foreign Rights Fast Start, 5 practical steps to turn one title into paid international editions without weeks of legal headaches or costly guesswork.
Here's the problem author after author misses. Your English sales may be a drip, but the same content can perform much better in another language if you localize correctly. Most writers treat international demand as accidental, an occasional sale in Spain or Brazil, and then walk away. That's missed revenue. Today, I'll give you 5 exact steps to change that, and 1 immediate action you can complete before the episode ends. Quick promise, by the end of this episode, you'll have a rights checklist, a clear decision framework for translation models, where to source and vet translators, distribution and metadata checkticks that convert, and a low-cost testing plan, plus a 3-minute task to start a translation test today. Let's break this down. Section 1. Step 1. Rights and Readiness Audit. Before you spend $1, confirm you can legally produce a translated edition. Check 3 things fast: your publishing contract for retained or licensed translation rights, the ISBN and metadata ownership, and any co-author or contributor agreements. If you control world rights, you're golden. If not, request written permission or a rights reversion for translations. Concrete audit checklist. 1. Scan your contract for the word translation or foreign rights. 2. Confirm you hold the ISBN record and retailer accounts. 3. If your book contains third-party content, photos, quotes, excerpted material, note where you need additional clearances. If anything looks cloudy, pause and get a lawyer or a 22 Lions foreign rights audit so you don't risk a takedown or a claim. Step 2. Pick a translation model. There are 4 practical options: freelance translators, vetted agencies, revenue share local partners, or machine translation followed by human post-editing. Each has trade-offs in cost, control, and quality. Freelancers are cost-efficient for fiction and narrative nonfiction when you test with a sample. Agencies give project management and consistency. Revenue share partners reduce upfront costs, but reduce royalties and often limit control. Machine plus editor is the fastest and lowest cost, but requires a strong human proofreader to avoid awkward phrasing that kills reviews. Section 2. Steps 3 and 4. Sourcing talent and distribution tactics. For sourcing, use curated platforms and communities: Prose, Translators Cafe, specialized publishing agencies, and vetted freelance marketplaces. Always request a 2-part sample, a translation sample, and a short QA pass from a different bilingual proofreader. Red flags: literal translations that ignore idiom, poor chapter flow, or translators who refuse a native proofreader. Distribution. Decide where you want discoverability and royalties. KDP can host many translated ebooks and print-on-demand editions with minimal upfront cost and works well for global Amazon markets. Ingram Spark gives wider bookstore and library reach for print. For some languages, local aggregators and retailers outperform global platforms. Research market share in your target country. Equally critical, localize metadata. A literal subtitle won't sell. Use a localized title or subtitle that matches local search behavior and category expectations. Price competitively to the local market. A $2.99 indie price in the US might need to convert to a lower local price to match buying habits. Section 3. Step 5. Run a low-cost market test and scale. Launch one language with a controlled experiment. Publish the translated ebook and POD. Run a short ad test or organic promo for 2 to 4 weeks and measure early metrics: daily sales velocity, conversion rate on the product page, and the rate of positive reviews. Use small budgets for paid tests, enough to see signal, not to prove everything. If the title reaches a sustainable baseline, say doubling your existing market revenue or covering translation costs within 3 months, you proceed to scale to additional languages using the same checklist. Now the case study. An anonymized indie author with a self-help title tested one Spanish edition. They performed the rights check,
hired a freelancer for a paid chapter plus a bilingual proofreader, localized the subtitle and keywords, and published on KDP for Spain and Latin America. With a small localized Facebook ad test and targeted newsletter outreach to Spanish-speaking lists, they doubled monthly royalties from that title within 90 days, and then launched Portuguese using the same workflow. The lessons: start small, localized metadata, insist on bilingual QA, and measure sales velocity before scaling. Immediate action step: the 3-minute rights check and your translation test brief. Do this now. 1. Open your publishing contract and search for the words translation, foreign rights, or world rights. 2. If you hold translation rights, pick one language with a clear reader base and create a 1-paragraph translation test brief. Target audience, tone guide, sample chapter to translate, and deliverables. 3. Post that brief to a vetted platform and commission a single paid sample. That single step moves you from idea to measurable test in under a day. CTA, if you want a guided rollout, book a 22 Lions foreign rights audit. We'll run the rights check, create a localization brief, recommend translators, and set a 3-month test plan with pricing and metadata tailored to your target market. Visit 22lions.com/rights to schedule a consult and move from a test to a paid rollout with confidence. Publish like a pro, profit like a lion. That's your step-by-step system for today. Apply it and watch your author business grow. Thanks for listening to the 22 Lions podcast. See you tomorrow for another concrete publishing play. Publish like a pro. Profit like a lion.